It's DIY Designs by Talisa Lindsay. It's going to be our first one I'm kicking off. I'm going to make this one a little bit simple. So I will give you a hint tonight. What we were going to be, our first project that we're going to be working on is one of the things I did pick up from the Dollar Tree yesterday. So hopefully you will enjoy this. You know, I'm a lover of buffalo check. Doesn't matter what color, I just love buffalo check, right? If you can't tell, right? So that is going to be what the first project we're going to be working on tonight. All right, so let's get into this. All right, you saw this. It's at the Dollar Tree. I already took off. It comes with a little red ribbon that's at the very top. You'll see these tiny little holes. You probably won't be able, there, flip it on that side, you can see it. There's tiny little holes, all right? Now, I personally love this chalkboard. I personally love it the way it is. You don't have to do exactly what I'm going to do, but I am just going to repurpose it a little bit this year to match some decor because I do want to do a little rustic tree. What I'm gonna do is I don't have, you can pick up this cord from the Dollar Tree, and I always find mine over in the automotive section. Don't know why it's there, but it is. It's thin enough that it's gonna go through here, but I really think that I want to thicken it up a little bit and maybe to put 2 strands in there, just because I'm gonna have something. What I'm doing is I've taken the jute and I just tied 3 knots that I'm gonna be placing on the very front right up here. There's not really, this is just a point of how long you wanna make this. Now I'm very likely going to wind up putting this sign in the tree, the little country tree that I am going to be making. So I'm not going to make the string on this very long. Another option I have that I will do with it, all depends on what my, I guess my flavor of what I want to do for the day, to be honest with you, is I have trying to think of the name of it, a chicken wire frame that I made last year. And I really like it. It's big, but you can take bigger things and hang in the center of it. And so I may decide to see what it looks like hanging on that. I'm not sure if I will keep it on that, because I want to do something different for Valentine's Day with that I think would be really special. So I'm just pulling the jute wire through. If you have a problem with pulling it through, a tip would be grab the end of this, take a little bit of your hot glue gun, which I'm about to show you. Keep your fingers out of the way. Sprinkle on the very end of it, very small amount. Hold on, there we go. And then take your finger protector and just rub and bring it to a point, and that will help it keep the fraying down and stick the fibers together, and it'll be much easier to feed it through. That's just a small tip, because sometimes I can keep feeding it through and it won't go through, okay? Now, what you're gonna need for the next step is gonna be so simple. I took some of our reclaimed wood that we had outside. It was just scraps. You can see that, right? And I'm just gonna step you through this. I've already done it because we're gonna repurpose this. And what you will do is get yourself either material that's in the buffalo check that you see, it's in my shirt. You can find it sometimes at the Dollar Tree, depending on what Dollar Tree is near you. You can find it at Hobby Lobby, and you can also find it at Walmart. I've seen it at those places. And then I'm sure you can also find it at your Joann Fabrics or any of that. I got mine. These are napkins. You can also find these right now at clearance, and that's what I did. I found them on clearance, a whole pack of them right here. They're really sweet. This pack right here, you could wind up making 3 or 4 of these signs if you wanted to, alone, okay? So there's enough in there to do that. All you're gonna do is decoupage it onto your wood, and then I just got in white letters the word love and put it on there. That is so simple. I don't need to step you through that, I'm sure, right? Let me know how to do that. All right, so what I want to do is I want to put it at an angle. Don't want to go straight. I'm not about symmetrical. I love putting things at different angles. So I'm going to apply the wood. I use my Gorilla Glue. Best friend when you're doing things like this, because being it's heavy, you're going to need something with sturdiness. I don't really want to use E6000. Part of the reason I don't is because if I need to be able to take it off and I want to, I can do it without completely damaging the chalkboard behind. So I'm just gonna grab the 4 spots on each corner here, and then I'm gonna do 1 in the very middle, okay? And I'm just going to eyeball it, look, put it on a slant, and then you're just gonna apply pressure to hold it down. Now, I have done this method before on chalkboards and I've not ruined them. If you happen to pull up some of the chalkboard, the simplest and easiest way to fix the problem is get your handy dandy ink chalk paint and just go right over it. And that's it. So you can still repurpose without, you know, feeling like you've messed it up and you have to toss it. You don't have to. I'm all about repurposing and replenishing. So this is done. Next step is going to be pretty simple. By the way, if you want to add this step, I'm going to go back and add these little natural farmhouse beads. I forgot to do that. So I'm going to cut that string down and redo that again. Because I want to add a little bit of that farmhouse style country feel, being that we're going to be putting this on a cute little country tree that I have, and the gnome that I'm going to leave on there. It's not really necessarily Christmassy looking. He doesn't have that, but he looks more winter. So I think he's going to be able to stay up through Valentine's Day, or at least I'm going to make him stay up through Valentine's Day. So that's my goal. All right, again, let's make it easy, and I'll show you once again. I'm just going to go through the ends with this because I forgot to put my farmhouse bead on there. I was talking. You know, I am human. I guess it happens. And then I'm just going to, see, it just brings it to a point, and you don't have to worry about it fraying. Then you can also add this bead, and it won't be an issue. But we're going to try and decide if I want to add it all the way around. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start on getting a bow made for this. And we're going to make it something similar to what they call the rag bow. So it'll just mix and match. So again, let's just grab the end, do that little trick I showed you, put a little bit of glue at the very end. Not enough that's going to hurt. Grab your finger protector, and then just make sure that you seal those ends. So we're gonna do 3. Someone said let's do 3. So with that, let's knot 2 knots on one side, kind of in the middle of where we're gonna put these beads, because if we don't knot it, you know what's gonna happen. It's going to continue to pull through. So I've got 1. We're gonna go in for our 2. I love this idea with 3. This is a really cute idea. I might even go with, yeah, that's a sweet idea. I'm gonna do this. Let's do 3. I was gonna go all the way across, and I normally do, but I think it's a change. I love having change sometimes. So we're just about done with this part of it. Sorry, I decided to change my mind, but you know, that's a great thing about being a woman, and that's a great thing about crafting. So I got the bonus of both. And I'm sure my husband will sit in the next room and agree.
Yes.
He says yes. I told you. Know him too well. All right, we've gotten this far. This would look cute alone if you want to just hang this sign just like it is. Okay, I like it just like this. I think it's very sweet, but you know I have to add some more, and it's so simple for what I did. So we're going to add in some red and white, black and white, some raffia, because that is all speaks country. Does it or does it not all speak country? So we're going to add all those colors in, make a quick bow. All right, so I'm just cutting these up. They were too thick for what I want to do, okay? So I'm just going to do, I guess, like what they call the famous refab bow is what I'm going to do, similar to that, except I'm going to add a little bit of my own little flair in there with it. So I'm going to cut it up. I'm just going to go crisscross with this. Crisscross applesauce, as they say. And then I'm going to add it in the very front. Now, what I'm going to do with this, as you can see, is I cut down the black and white a little bit thinner than I did the red and black. That's how I want to do it. So I'm just going to add a little dab of the glue in each center to just kind of hold it down on top of the other so it doesn't shift, because I want to have that look and I don't want it to shift. Now, if I was doing more of like the rag bow, then I would have it like a messy bow going everywhere, but this is not going to be a complete rag bow, okay? I just like the accents of the pop of those colors together, so hopefully you'll like it too. So now I'm going to add this. We're going to add some raffia, and how I'm doing this raffia is I am going to grab it. We're going to just kind of make a circle with it, like, and I'll show you what I mean because it's going to look like a bow when I'm done. We're going to leave some ends to it, and then we're just going to wrap the other portion of it around my hand, and I'm kind of making it a little bit wider, okay? And then I'm not going to go all the way. I'm just going to cut some of it off because it's going to be thicker in the very middle. So then I'm going to loosen it up. Make sure you have that circle in the middle, okay? And then you're just going to grab the very center of it. And what I do is I just normally twist it, okay? Twist it once because I like it to have a little bit of a flying flare, all right? So the bow kind of like does its own little thing whenever you twist it. Here, I'm going to take that first piece of jute that I did not wind up using, and I'm going to stick that little raffia bow right here on the top. This is going to look very country, very exactly what I want it to be. Okay. Glued it down onto my piece of plastic. Take your jute, start in the very center, and you're going to wrap it around pretty tightly on one side. Hold it with your finger. Take the other side, wrap it around the opposite way. Okay. And then you're going to do it one more time. You're going to go in the opposite directions as you're wrapping them. I hope that makes sense. All right. I'll show you exactly what it's going to look like in just a minute as I unfold it. Flip it over. Tie it not. You want to tie it twice on the back. But you want to leave enough room that you have these little strings for the back side of your bow. Okay, you see these small little strings hanging down? You want those for what I'm going to do, okay? Now go to the very front of your bow, straighten it up if you want to do that, which I do. All right. I'm gonna fluff that out, the raffia, a little bit more in its bow. It's giving me exactly the look that I want to go for. And then I'm gonna take these ends because they're a little bit thick for me, and I'm just gonna pull them apart and I'm gonna fray them really quickly so it gives it a little bit more of a country flair. Now, this is how cute this bow is going to be. I love this little bow. Very simple, very cute. What we're gonna do is we're gonna attach it. That's why you want these two little strings that's right here.
More than 500.
Praise the good Lord. Okay, this is where you guys can come in. We can choose to do it right up here, but I'm afraid that it's kind of, we can do it off on the corners so you can see maybe where these beads are, because I really don't want to cover that up if you want to do it here. Or we can just go really cute, which I think would be adorable, and do it right here on the corner. All right, love the bow, ladies. It's so sweet. Isn't that sweet? I hope you guys love this. I love, love, love this DIY. It is so, it's so me. I'm just saying, it's so me.
Cute.
Stinking cute, that's right, my word. Stinking cute, it's adorable. It's stinking cute, it's beautiful, it speaks to, DIY Designs by Talisa Lindsay all the way, because I love it. So I hope that you love this as much as I do. And later on, you can take this off if you want to, and you don't have to do it that way, but I love it. See you again on the next DIY.